Namaste, everybody. Thank you for joining me this morning. This is third time lucky. I've had Lottie banging on the door asking to come in and join yoga. So I'll be sure to practice with her in a moment. So I hope you're all keeping well. Sorry it's taken a while for me to get in touch. I'm just been adjusting to all the chaos that's been going on lately. And I hope you're keeping well. So I'm just going to go through a few gentle chair yoga practices today that you can practice while you're sitting at your desk, or you can take this into your home as well. So first of all, just making sure that you're sitting on a nice, firm, comfortable chair. If it's got wheels, then make sure that they're locked so that you're not moving around the office. And you really want your knees to be at a 90-degree angle, so you can maybe get someone to check that for you before you begin your practice. And if the chair doesn't have adjustable sides, then you can always raise the feet up using a block. So A4 paper, a pack of A4 paper always tends to work quite well. I've got a little block here that I'm just going to place under my feet because the chair doesn't quite raise me up enough. So just placing that block underneath your feet and then making sure that your feet are hip width apart. Okay, so that your knees are in line with your hips. So you don't need to take your buttocks all the way back to the back of your chair, because we tend to arch in our back and the legs are adjusted. So you can just creep forwards on your chair and just making sure that you're nice and tall through your spine, sitting comfortably on your sit bones. And you can just gently begin just by switching off away from the computer screen, so closing your eyes and just taking a deep breath in through the nose. And then feel that lengthening from the base of your spine all the way through to the crown of your head. And then just notice how your shoulders are. Are they nice and relaxed? And then you can slowly rock and roll the head from side to side to release any tension in your neck and in your shoulders. And then bring the head back to that place where it falls in line with your spine. And then just take a moment, just working all through your body. Just notice any areas of tension. And take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, just try to release any tightness, anything that you no longer need to hold on to. And then just gently bringing yourself back to the here and now. Opening the eyes, and we'll begin our yoga practice. Okay, so we'll just take some time just to release into the shoulders and the neck, warming up the body, just nice and gently. So we can begin by shrugging the shoulders up towards the ears. Take a breath in and exhale to release. And we'll do that again one more time. Inhale and exhale to release. And then we'll release into the shoulders by circling them forwards, really exaggerating those shoulders rolling forwards. I like to do this with my hands alongside the body so that gravity is pulling you down, or you can take your hands on top of the shoulders and roll forwards. So you can try it both ways just to see which one feels more comfortable for you. Nice and slowly. And then we'll begin to take them backwards. Just really listening to all those popping and cracking noises. There's so much tension held in the shoulders at the moment. And come back to centre. And then we just take a few moments to release into the neck. So take a breath in. And as you breathe out, looking round to the right side. Again, making sure that the shoulders are released down. The spine's nice and tall. And inhale, bring your head back to centre. And exhale, looking round to the left. Inhale, coming back to centre. And this time as we breathe out, we're taking the right ear to the right shoulder. And if you want more from the practice, then just extend away with that left palm down towards the mat. So feeling the stretch down this left side. Take a breath in, come back to centre, and exhale. Take the left ear to the left shoulder. And again, you can extend away with that right palm. And inhale, coming back to centre. So we just work with some half neck circle rolls now. So we'll begin by taking the right ear to the right shoulder, dipping the chin in towards the chest, keeping those shoulders released down. Left ear to left shoulder, then work our way back round, chin to chest, right ear, right shoulder. So just work with this movement, not forcing it in any way. Just remember to be really gentle with yourself. And then this time as we can take the head all the way back, if it feels okay. And when you bring your chin in towards your chest, and take your head back in the opposite direction. And bringing your chin back towards your chest and your head back to centre. So we just stretch out the back of the trapezius muscle now. So we take the right arm out alongside the shoulder, really reach out to the side, and then as we take it forwards in front of the body, you can feel that stretch beginning to happen. You can take a hold of the upper arm with that left hand and just stretch out. So do this really slowly and mindfully. And then release. And we'll do the same with the left arm. So taking it out alongside the left shoulder and really reach round. Remembering to breathe nice and slowly, just to help lower your heart rate. And release, coming back to centre. So we'll work with the moving cat now, and we can do this on our chair. So sometimes we do this when we practice sitting on the floor in class. However, we can do this on our chair. So you can take your hands comfortably onto your thighs. Make sure that you've got a nice tall back again. And as we take a breath in, we'll take the chin up towards the ceiling and tip that tailbone away from you. Okay, so you're coming into your up cat. You're opening out across the front of the chest and drawing the shoulder blades together. And as you exhale, you're tucking under, chin to chest, rounding the shoulders, drawing the abdomen to the spine. Okay, so continue to do this for a couple more rounds. I'll just sit to the side so you can see how I'm practicing. Inhaling, coming into your up cat. Keep the shoulders released down, shoulder blades working towards one another, and exhale. Tucking under, nice and slowly, chin to chest, drawing the abdomen to the spine. So work with another 2 rounds. In your own time, using your breath. And when you've completed that last round, just come back to centre. Okay, so we're going to take a nice side stretch in our chairs. So just realign. You may find that you slip back towards the back of your chair. Okay, you can take your hands to your heart for this one. And when you're ready, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, imagine the torso is in between 2 panes of glass, so one at the front and one at the back. And as you exhale, tipping over to that right side. Okay, so you're feeling the stretch on the left side. Keep the shoulders in line with one another. Try to keep both weight evenly distributed on the chair. So both sit bone, we don't want this sit bone to lift up. And inhale, come back to centre, and then we'll exhale, come over to the left side. And inhale, come back to centre. So we'll take the arms up high now and then. So if you've got high blood pressure, keep your hands to your heart. So we'll inhale, take the arms up above the head. Try to relax those shoulders down, and as you exhale, just gently coming over to the right side. So you should feel a deeper stretch this time. And inhaling, coming back to centre. And exhaling, coming over to the left side. Inhale, come back to centre. One more each side. And over to the right. Feel the sides of the body lengthen. Coming over to the left. And coming back to centre. And bring the palms together and bring your hands back to your heart. Okay, so just helping us to release into the vertebrae. We can do this practice when we're at home as well, laying on the ground. But I found that this one's quite useful when you're when we're sitting in the chair as well, just to relieve any upper stress in the top of the back. So we'll take our left arm and wrap it underneath the right side of our ribs, and then the right arm's coming up over and coming over the top of that left arm. So elbows are pointing forwards, and then we just begin to circle the elbows round. And then you'll reverse your circles in the opposite direction. Just feel any tension releasing. Breathing slowly in and out. And come back to centre. And then just take the arms wide again and just reverse your hand position. So the right hand's coming underneath that left armpit. It's coming to the back of your ribs. And then the left hand's coming over the top of the right shoulders. Keep the elbows pointing forwards if you can. And again, just gently begin to roll those shoulders round. And reverse them in the opposite direction. And come back to centre. And just release the arms down. So I thought we'd work with a nice seated twist now. So a nice detoxing twist just to help stimulate the digestive system, release any ailments that are going on in the digestive system. So when you're ready, making sure that you're nice and tall, you can take your left hand to your right leg, okay? And then with your right hand, you can take it to the back of your chair. So you can see, just taking your hand and placing it on the back of the chair if it reaches. If you're struggling with that, then just keep the hand to your lower back, okay? So sitting up nice and tall before we twist, trying to keep that right shoulder down. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, allow the belly to lead round first, twisting round to the right. And then when you're there, allow the chest to follow, coming into your seated twist. If it feels okay for you, then you can take your gaze and focus behind that right shoulder. And when you're here, just take a nice couple of deep rounds of breath. And we'll inhale, twisting back round to centre. And we'll do the same on the left side. So place the right hand to your left leg. And take the left hand behind that part on your seat, or to your lower back. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, twisting round, belly to lead, round to the left. Inhaling. Coming back to centre. So we're taking a nice seated forward fold now. So you can even work with your hands on your thighs, or keep your hands to your heart, or if you want to take more from the practice, take your arms up above the head. Keep those shoulders relaxed down, and then as we come forward, I just want you to just gently, not aggressively, just gently hug your abdomen in towards your spine. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, hinge forward from the hips. So I don't want you rounding the back here. I want you to fold forward from the hips. Okay, so when you're ready, taking a breath out, coming forwards in your chair. Moving that tailbone away from you, keeping your head in line with your spine. And if you've got high blood pressure, then keep the head lifted above the heart. So just stay here at this posture. Otherwise, you can travel all the way down towards the earth. And you can just let your head go. Just stretching out the lower back. Realigning the spine as we come forwards, we're massaging the digestive system. And when you're ready, you can just slowly tuck the tailbone under, draw the abdomen in towards the spine and roll up through your centre. Coming up to a seated position. So we'll just do some work releasing into the hamstrings now. So you can move your A4 paper or your block away from you so it's directly in front of you, and walking onto the edge of your chair so that you're sitting onto the edge of your chair. So I'm just going to turn around the chair for this one actually. Hopefully we've got enough room so you can see. Okay, so we're walking on towards the edge of the chair, taking our hands to our thighs, and we're just going to extend. I'm going to have to come back for this one. Extend the right heel away from us. Okay, so you'll need to come to the edge of your chair for this one. And then you should be able to feel just a slight pull in the back of your hamstrings. If you want more from this, take a breath in, sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, hinge forward from the hips. So you're tipping the pelvis is moving away from you. Try not to lock into the knee. Keep the head lifted, abdomen to lead down. And when you're ready, inhale, come back to centre. And we'll do the same on the left side. So extend that left heel away from you. Sit up nice and tall. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Try and keep both hips in line with one another. Keep those shoulder blades drawn towards one another as well. And after a couple of rounds of breath, you can come back to centre. Okay, so we'll do some work to release into the hips now. So again, making sure that we're on the edge of our chair, positioning ourselves, realigning if we need to. We'll begin by making sure that the left hip's directly out in front of us, and we're taking that right foot and placing it on top of our thigh. Okay, so that may be enough for you. Otherwise, you can take a breath in, so you're feeling the stretch in your buttock. If you want more from the pose, keep the spine nice and tall and just gently encourage the abdomen down towards the leg. Try to keep the leg in line with the hips, just to deepen your stretch. So you keep your head lifted, try not to roll round. Keep those shoulder blades back towards one another. Coming into step 2, Baddha Konasana. So we'll do the same on the left leg. Bring the left foot up if you can. Otherwise, if it doesn't quite reach there, because I know some people are really tight here, you can just take hold of your leg. Okay? And nice and tall, inhale. And as you exhale, just gently, again, if you want more, allow the belly to come forward, tipping the pelvis away from you. Shoulder blades working towards one another. When you're ready, inhaling, coming back to centre. And you can just wiggle, pulsing the feet, walking the heels up and down on the floor. We'll take a nice wide leg forward fold now. So just take the legs nice and wide from your chair. So you want your feet to work outwards. Check that your heels are in line with one another. You can sit up nice and tall. You do take your hands down in front of your chairs or onto your thighs. Okay, I like to place my fingers so that they're turning inwards. Draw the shoulder blades towards one another. Inhale, and as you exhale, move the pelvis away from you. So tip it away, and you're going to hinge forward from the hips. So keep the head lifted. And if you've got high blood pressure, then only come halfway. So keep the head in line with the spine. And then at this point, if you want to, you can take your hands down towards the earth so that they've come onto something grounding. They need to readjust the feet. And just feel the stretch in the inner thighs, in the buttocks. And if you want to, you can allow your head to let go. And when you're ready, tuck the tailbone under. Be nice and sure to slowly roll up through the spine. Coming up to your seated position. Okay, so we're going to come off your chairs now. I'm not sure if this is what you want, but there's a couple that we can practice with triangle and Uti Pars Vakanasana by using our chairs as support. So I'm just going to show you those two as well before we cool down the body. So I just need to come back in my room. Okay, so we'll practice to the right to begin with, and I'll show you both postures so that I'm not changing the chair around. You can lose your block. You don't need your block at this point. So bring the chair so that the seat's facing towards you on your right side, and then with our triangle we take that nice wide stance with the right foot towards the top of the mat and the left foot so that it's facing towards you. Okay, not sure if you can see that. Let's just readjust. And then we need to make sure that the heel of our right foot is running through the centre of our left foot. Now if you feel a pull in the lower back, then you can move that left heel away from you. Okay, so we can begin by taking our arms out alongside the body. Take a breath in. Make sure that those shoulder blades are released down. Inhale, and as you exhale, just reaching over to that right side and down towards your chair. Okay, keeping both hips forwards, moving forwards. Keep the hand to the lower back. Keep the shoulders feeling tight, making sure that you're nice and open in your shoulder. So you can bring that hand flat down to your chair. And then if you want more from the pose and you've settled into your Trikonasana, then you can take your arm up towards the ceiling. And when you're ready to come out, you can bend into the knee and slowly roll up to centre. Of course, you can do Trikonasana anywhere. So for second round, if you want to, if you haven't practiced for a while, you can come straight into your triangle pose without using the chair. And then you would practice. We'll come into Uti Parsvakonasana now. So again, the same stance. You don't need to change your stance with your feet. The hips are still moving forwards. We'll take a breath in. And as we breathe out, we'll come into Warrior Two, bending into that right knee. So again, make sure that your knee doesn't creep over your ankle. I'm going to have to take a wider stance here. And you can use that left heel to move away from you if you need to. Both hips are moving towards me. And then when you're ready, take a breath in. And as you exhale, keep the left hand to the lower back to begin with. And you can bring your hand on top of your thigh, or you can place it onto your chair if you want the support. If hips are feeling quite vulnerable, you can use the chair as support. So you're feeling the stretch in your inner thigh. Okay, and if you want more, then you can take your arm up towards the ceiling, or you can take your arm up over that left ear. Okay, if you have high blood pressure, then just keep your hand to your heart. So you want to be, again, nice and open in the shoulders and in the hip. And then when you're ready, you can always release the hand onto the leg. Look it down towards the earth if you want more, and come up to centre. Okay, so we'll do the same on the other side now. I'm just going to move the chair over to the left. Okay, so left toe facing towards, left toe facing towards the top, towards your chair. And then that right toe facing towards the front of your body. Okay, again, remembering that that right heel you can move away at any point. So checking the heels in line, your heels are in line with the centre of your right foot. So we're taking the arms out nice and tall, nice and wide. Just relaxing those shoulders down, palms back down to the earth. And when you're ready, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, reaching over towards the left and down towards your chair. Keep the hand to the lower back to begin with. Both hips moving towards me. And then if you want more, you can take your arm up towards the ceiling. So there's no rounding in the back at all. And the stretch is coming from the hips. Okay, so you're tipping over from the hips. And then if you want more, you can come into your full triangle pose. Okay, just remember to be nice and gentle with yourself. When you're ready to come out, bend into that knee and slowly roll up to centre. And we'll work with our Utti Parsvottanasana. So we take the arms out alongside the body. Inhale and exhale, come into our warrior two. And then when you're ready, you can release your hand down to the chair, making sure that that knee's at a 90-degree angle, not creeping over the ankle at all. Keep the hand to the lower back. Use your hand to take some of the weight off of the inside of your left hip. Nice and open in hip and shoulder. And then if you want more, taking the arm up. Or alongside the ear. So again, remembering to work with your modification if you need to. You can bring the hands to your thigh. Down towards you. And then when you're ready, bend into that left knee and come up to standing. Okay, so just gently cool down the body. You can take a moment just to release into the quads at the front of the body. So making sure that your feet are hip width apart, and we can take left heel behind us. Make sure both hips are moving forwards. Okay, if you want to come into more of a balance, then you can hinge forward from the hips, moving that tailbone away from you. Okay, just be careful on the lower back. And when you're ready, you can practice on the other side. And then we can use the chair as we come forwards in a forward fold. I'll just move it back here so you can see. So sit up nice, stand up nice and tall, feet are hip width apart. Inhale, and as you exhale, just bring your hands onto your chair and move that tailbone away from you. So you're coming down, you rest your lower arms onto the top of the chair. Okay, move that tailbone away from you. Try to just soften into the knees. Try not to lock into the knees. Drawing those shoulder blades towards one another so you've got a desktop pose. And then when you're ready, bend the knees, tuck the tailbone under, and slowly roll up through your centre. Coming up to standing. So just take a few moments just to work with your moving cat, just to cool down the body before you begin to start work again. So taking a breath in, and as you inhale, look up towards the ceiling, point that tailbone away from you, shoulder blades towards one another, and exhale, tucking under, chin to chest, drawing the abdomen to the spine. 2 more rounds, inhaling, coming into your cow, and exhaling, tucking under, chin to chest. Last round. Breath in, and exhale, tucking under. And coming back to centre, and then just taking a few moments, just circling the shoulders forwards, and then taking them all the way back. And coming back to centre. Okay, so you can just release into the neck. Right here, right shoulder, keeping those shoulders released down. Inhale, back to centre. And exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, come back to centre. And then just gently rolling from shoulder to shoulder. And coming back to centre. Bring your hands to your heart and just take a moment to close the eyes, switch off from the computer screen once more. Take a breath in and gently breathe out. One more breath in and gently breathe out. Gently bringing your awareness back into the room. Thank you for practicing. Om Shanti.